I'm Al Showers, WLOX reporter for Hancock County. Sitting next to me is Charles Gray, Executive Director of the Hancock County Historical Society. Charles, just what we're looking at basically is aerial video coming from the Henderson Point area into Hancock County over the bridge. This is, I believe, the railroad bridge that was totally destroyed, as you can see. Charles, what do you think of the devastation?
Well, I'm absolutely astonished. I had no conception of how complete this devastation was until I actually began walking among the ruins and looking. This bridge was also destroyed in Hurricane Camille. I have photographs of it with the tracks lying in exactly the same place, so the waves approach from virtually the same direction. The foundation of this bridge has remained. The highway bridge, which is slightly to the right, is in much, much worse condition than this. Not only are the vertical pieces missing, but many of the pilings are gone also. We are approaching the city of Bay St. Louis. You can see it in the distance there. Bay St. Louis sits on the highest bluff on the Gulf of Mexico at water's edge.
From Florida to
Louisiana, Mississippi, Alabama, and Texas.
Wow.
It's 31 feet. And this is at the apex. We're coming in now. The large white building immediately to the left of the bridge is the Merchants Bank building. It was built in 1905. It looks very solid from here. It isn't. The entire south wall is missing. We may see it later. This is Our Lady of the Gulf Catholic Church, was built in 1908. Its roof is totally gone. Next is the priest's house and the complex of three large buildings. The complex of three buildings there is St. Stanislaus Boys College Preparatory School, a really remarkably fine institution. The beach, all of the buildings from this building 8 miles south to Bayou Caddy are totally gone.
Did you ever think you'd see this kind of devastation?
After Camille, we thought we had seen the worst there was. Camille was absolutely nothing in comparison. We're back to Our Lady of the Gulf. To the right of it is the Catholic Community Center, and although it was underwater, it is usable at the moment. See the wall missing from the Merchants Bank on the left side. We're trying to restore that building. There was a large restaurant, formerly the Arsenault service station, that's set just to the north side of the track. The large building that appears to be standing, though it's just a facade, is the Fire Dog Saloon. The two porcelain dogs are still perched on the two corners, if you can see them there. There was a parking lot and then two antique stores. Both are devastated. Where the palm tree is Tercentenary Park and Hancock Bank.
And that's where my office was, in the top right-hand corner upstairs in the Hancock Bank building. The windows were blown out, all of our equipment, the editing gear, monitors, cameras, everything blown straight back into the hallway. It was totally unbelievable.
Next was the A&G Theater we just passed and the site of the Baytown Inn. The two colorful buildings were built about 1940. They're among our newest. The one with the double dormers is the old Carroll Plantation House. There are only about 5 buildings on the beach left that even have a possibility of being restored. This is the Ullman Avenue Pier. Right, Ullman Avenue was originally Highway 90 before the bridge was moved in 1953. This is Villa Ada, was a magnificent house built by the Tiard family in 1889.
Sherry Webster, I do believe, owned it last during this storm.
She had just finished a spectacular renovation of it, and this is Chapel Hill. There were perhaps 15 or 20 houses in the front of this that are totally gone. Highway 90 and the foot of the bridge.
Wow.
That bridge was built originally in 1927, then replaced with this concrete bridge in 1953.
We're looking at, I do believe, area Chapel Hill to the left of the Bay Bridge, small seaside community.
Though I know most of the houses, I don't recognize the doorsteps.
Yes.
The devastation goes deep, deep, deep into the community, following the beach shore all the way around.
Look at that. Unbelievable.
Highway 90.
Some of the damage. Oh, yeah, that's the Jitney Jungle,
the
Choctaw Shopping Center.
The new condominiums that were under construction. And this looks like Waveland. It is. That's the Memorial Pier at the end of Coleman Avenue. The Waveland City Hall was about a block inland on the left, and the only thing remaining is a little piece of the facade that Elizabeth Begley did on the front, a mural of the Bay of St. Louis.
The history of the City Hall building, I mean, what do you know about that?
It was originally a schoolhouse, and then for many years served as City Hall with a fire department on the ground floor. Was a very interesting, very attractive, though not terribly large building, and it had been renovated in recent years. Was very interesting. That's Central Avenue and the railroad track.
It looks, I mean, everywhere you look, I mean, it's just total devastation. Look at that.
Piles and piles of lumber. This is the City Hall site with a flag flying. There should be there's the marker lying down, the green magnolia marker dedicated by the people of Waveland to Hurricane Camille. And this is the mural that I was speaking of, the green thing to the left of the flagpole.
What's left of it.
Mm-hmm. It's a depiction, a visual picture of the city of Waveland.
Yes. Actually, I covered that when it was unveiled. They had all of the school kids come and help to actually put you put the mosaic together and put each and every tile in place.
Well, as I've driven down the beach, I've been astonished that everything leans to the west. If the wave came back out, it came out very slowly because all the broken trees, all the debris lies to the inland side. And from there clear over to Lakeshore, there is nothing but absolute devastation, just the stubs of trees left standing.
Why do you think Waveland got it so hard?
Oh, very easy. Elevation, elevation, elevation. It didn't have it. The 31-foot bluff tapers gradually as it goes south and north, and the devastation increases as the height decreases all the way down. So it was a vast wave that hit the front, the beach front. We're going north up Beach Boulevard.
Beach Boulevard.
From Waveland toward Bay St. Louis.
See, it's getting hard for me to recognize where we're at.
The landmarks are all missing. I missed the corner of my own street. I live 95 feet back from the edge of the corner. This is the tower to Christ Episcopal Church. The church was built there following Camille. It was washed away in Camille on the corner of Ullman Avenue. We're coming back up towards St. Stanislaus College. My house is immediately in the lower left corner of the screen there, or at least my debris is.
Yeah, unbelievable.
We have just passed the site of the old Spanish customs house. It was built in 1787 of bricks baked on the site. The clay was brought there in baskets.
Did it survive?
Absolutely not. There isn't a thing more than an inch high. That's the old City Hall, the red building in the lower left corner. Was built in 1905.
Is it amazing to you that some of these structures, like the Hancock Bank building, merchants, survived, the building itself?
If anything were going to survive, I would have expected it to be them because of their elevation and that they're both masonry. Hancock County had the largest sawmill in the world up until June of 1930, and so 99% of the houses were built out of lumber, and there were very few brick structures. Many of the wooden houses either washed away or floated away. The bridge in the distance on the right-hand side.
So would this be the North Beach area?
No, this is still the central downtown.
Okay. Is that
This is Ullman Avenue. This is the Reed Nursing Home in the
Yeah,
lower corner.
Hotel
This
Reed.
building, though had been considered condemned lately, it's been for sale, has no apparent damage except a few broken windows. This is the Bay Waveland Yacht Club site.
That's just as if it never existed. I
Yes,
mean,
except for the swimming pools.
swimming pool, yeah.
But you can see the elevation here is only a few feet, 4, 5, 6, 7 feet. Just north of here, the next block or so, is the site of the old Elmwood Plantation. It was built in 1804. Magnificent two-story West Indies structure, probably one of the finest pieces of architecture in South Mississippi, with only minimal changes since its original construction. As we follow the Bayonne around to the north, the land gets very much lower, and there are many, many canals. Most of the houses in this area were built on pilings, and you can see the pilings still
Nothing
remaining.
but sticks, yeah.
I have a friend whose house there had water in the attic, which is 28 feet above the level of the land at that point.
Now, tell me, Charles, as executive director of the Historical Society, I mean, seeing this, does it hurt your heart? I mean,
Yes. We had 576 houses listed on the National Register of Historic Places. I'm sure nearly a fourth of those are gone, and they are primarily the larger ones along the beach. Many of the interior houses, and some with wonderful histories and great age on them, mostly from around 1840 on, still exist. But as I said as we passed, there are probably only 5 or 6 of the beach houses that will be able to be restored.
is there anything that will be done to preserve what's left?
There's very little one can do. It's up to the individual owners, and most of the families have owned these houses, some for many generations. The Breaths have been in their house for 4 or 5 generations, the Ballards since 1860, and so on. Those families are not likely to rebuild, and certainly not in the manner and size of the houses that were there. And even if we were able to, they would be reproductions. They wouldn't be the original houses. Our loss is just inestimable.
And what are we seeing now? We're looking at...
It's on around Jordan River, the west bank of the Jordan, that enormous pink house in there. These houses are so battered until, even though I know many of the owners, I'm unable to pick them out from this distance. But it's the west bank of the Jordan, which is actually the west bank of the Bay of St. Louis as it curves north.
I think it's safe to say, Charles, that Hancock County was probably the hardest hit on the Mississippi Gulf Coast.
Certainly Waveland was. Bay St. Louis is devastated. Waveland is worse. And as the historian of Hancock County, our job now is to photograph everything that remains and put those photographs beneath the ones of the houses that were there, so we have a comparison for the future generations to see what we have lost.
Well, and I greatly appreciate you taking the time to come over and join us and take this video tour with us. We really appreciate you doing this.
Great pleasure. Thank you.